we rescued a kangaroo. So he is safe now. He is with us. Probably the last animal that I ever thought that I'd rescue, but it happened, and I named him Axel Rose. As in Axl Rose, iconic Guns N' Roses. So for the last 2 years, I've been trying to figure out a way to rescue a kangaroo. He was bought and then put into an 8x8 enclosure his entire life. He's 6 years old now. No sunlight, no grass, no real interactions or anything, just in a cage, which is no way that any animal should live. Now this all happened pretty quick, so I had to build an enclosure very fast. It was a doozy. It was a lot. Building it was pretty intense. You know, we did a fundraiser, but we also had to end up paying to get this kangaroo out, and it was a lot of money. I had some workarounds to do with the materials and stuff, but as always, I got it done. Thank God, because him bouncing into the enclosure was absolutely amazing. And stay tuned, because he's got some friends joining him. Okay. So, we have Axel Rose in here. This is going to be his inside area in the barn. I ended up having, as long as I extend the pig and the goat area, one more into where there's going to be a feed space, I can move that. Then I can give him this whole space and possibly a mate if I can find one to rescue and bring in. So I have to measure this out, look at putting a door right here, close that off obviously, because then I'm going to have to build another door into the side. But this will be his entire inside space, so it'll be easier to cool, because once I get the outside space done, he won't need as much inside space. Probably won't end up wanting to be inside as much, but then when winter comes, it's a really good area. I'll have a bunch of covered space outside so we can still go out, because obviously we have snow up here, but he's lived in this climate already for 6 years in captivity, but same. Still goes up. Thanks, Hank. Just taking a huge leak. So yeah, I'm going to size this out, put a roof over, or put a ceiling part up in this, and then, yeah, door right here, fencing on that side, get it set. So let's see, let's do it. Pepper, what are you doing? Okay, got everything to start out from the store. Really wish I had the sawmill set up, but that would take me an entire day or two to get done, which instead I'd be away from actually building and getting him his big enclosure, because I need to get the temporary outside closure and then get his inside done. But yeah, sometimes gotta bite the bullet and pick up wood instead of sawmilling it. So I'm going to get to unloading this, and then it is Mother's Day, so I am going to spend some time with the family. So a little bit of a delay, but it's worth it, because you gotta spend time with your family and you gotta show appreciation for mama. So hope you all are out there enjoying Mother's Day. I'll explain my story of my mom at another time, kind of give some insight to where I came from and all this different stuff, but I gotta get to unloading this, feed everybody, get everybody tended to. So yeah, it's go time. Oh, they're ready to eat. Let's go. £80-pound bags of concrete is not where it's at. Now, one thing about this, we will end up getting a female kangaroo. I'm working with a few different rescues to see what options we have, but he needs a mate. They're not gonna have little roos because he is castrated, but he needs a mate. He needs a friend that is just his partner for the rest of his life. Subscribe, stay tuned if you want to see all of this journey of his, just everything that has to do with it. It's going to be great. Every single hole is rocks. Big old rocks in there. So I'm gonna have to bring a bar in and pry them out, or use the little jackhammer. Yeah. I just do not have good luck with the ground out here. It is always rocks, 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 rocks. But oh well, let's keep going. Let's go. Oh, and just like that, we are back to snow. Oh boy. You want to come see the snow? Kangaroo in the snow, huh? I know, doesn't seem too appealing. So one awesome thing yesterday, kangaroos love roses. I got them a whole dozen roses. This is all that is left out of all of it. So, confirmed, kangaroos love roses. You wanna go outside? Go check it out. It's snow. No, he says, I'm not doing that. I don't blame you, dude. All right, I gotta build the outside enclosure today in the snow. So, let's get to work. One good thing about the way that I did this is the fact that he wasn't really ready to be out in a big space and just introduced to that right away. So it was actually really good that I built him a small outside space and a small inside space. I think that that really helped him grow with us and not just shut down and completely lose it. All right, so I am wanting to do the same burnt look as I'm gonna do on the rest of the barn. So I didn't want to do pressure treated. The way I get around that, a lot of people are gonna hate on it. It's gonna rot, whatever. I've been doing this. I got stuff that's built 10 years ago that's still up. I use an end cut solution, spray it all the way on the bottom for what's going for ground contact. And then it helps for it to not rot. So yeah, here we go. There are so many rocks in this ground. Those are all rocks. I went to get this kangaroo. They had wrestled him into a tiny dog crate. Now, what kangaroos can get is capture myopathy. That is where they get really, it can kill a kangaroo. Just capturing them and stressing them out, they start to drool and they wet their forearms, all sorts of crazy stuff, and it should never have to happen that way. That was a little ridiculous. That should not have been as hard as it was. It's a little windy out, don't know how that's doing, but that should not have been as hard as it was. The only issue, the ground is very unlevel. I'm not trying to do all the grading and leveling, just trying to get it balanced out. So, whew, but everything is level, everything is good. The cage in there, I set that up real quick, so it is so wonky. It's like messing with 3 different settings here. You got the ground that's unlevel and messed up, so not level. You got the kennel in there that's all over the place, and you're trying to make perfect lines and everything. Oh my God. Whew. But we're good. So I have to let the cement, I'm gonna put a little bit more in. I'm gonna let the cement dry, obviously. Then tomorrow I'll bring in the fence, stretch it around and get it set. It'll be 3 pieces of fence going around each side. Then they'll be framing over that. Hi, buddy. Tomorrow, you're gonna have this. Tomorrow. That's right. You're gonna be able to jump around out here, have fun. Then we'll get to this. But with all the shipping and everything going on and all the problems, the fencing everywhere has gone up a lot. I'm talking like this enclosure is looking like almost $9,000. And that's a lot of money to raise. Yeah, sucks. But I'm gonna keep going at it. I'm gonna get it done one way or another. It's gonna happen. But I'll get this fenced in tomorrow. Once I can have him out here, then I will finish the interior spot, make his home, his absolute home, make it real nice, get everything set up. We're getting there, one day at a time. Just wish there was like 7 of me. Get a lot more done, but gotta keep going. It's what it is. Let's keep it up. Let's go. So he already started off on a pretty rough path when I rescued him and got him up here. He started to level out and he got a lot better, got him a lot of flowers off of the property because 400 acres here just would go and I'd go get a bunch of flowers, give them to him, try different ones every single day. But then I changed his diet, got him eating the proper things, and just gave him some love. Time and love, that's what it is. Okay, well, change of plans. I'm gonna build the fencing myself. I'm tired of looking at all these quotes for $8,000, $9,000 when little blood, sweat, and tears, and I can get it done way cheaper. Plus, yeah, I'm just gonna go look at the gauge on the wiring right now and see where we're at with that because that'll make a big difference on what the gauge is. So give me 1 second to get there. All right, so this is what I'm talking about. 14 gauge, you can get a feel for it, see what you're looking at. 12.5, that is a way better gauge, but you jump up, like that's a lot. So I would need a total of 8 of those to do this basic, which I don't like this fixed knot stuff either, but the 2x4, there's a whole bunch of ratio differences on this stuff that make a huge difference because this 16 gauge, this is flimsy. Then we get to more of the 14 gauge, which 14 gauge may work, but it jumps up there pretty high. And that is by 100 feet though, so. Oh, I need like 10 rolls of this. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to go through some options real quick and do some thinking, so. I'll be right back. I think I got a good idea. Just started grabbing stuff. It's like supermarket sweep in here. Sweep, whatever. It's gonna be a lot of work. I gotta get cement and poles and yeah. I'll explain. It's grabbing time. Whoops. Let's go.
Wow. Digging holes. Just holes for days. Holy crap. So the mosquitoes are horrible right now. Like so bad. Even spray is not going to help you out here. I've gotten hit and bit probably 40 times already. And that's just the ones that I couldn't swipe away. Yeah, that's rough. Because I'm pretty good with mosquitoes. Like I get bit all the time. But when it's just an assault, when it is an attack, yeah, it's hard. It's starting to itch and hurt. But anyways, so all those poles on the side are cemented in. I'm going to have to lay out for the gate tomorrow because I can't do measurement stuff like that when it's getting dark. It has to be accurate and on point, so I don't risk doing that and messing it up. But I'm thinking if I can line out these poles right here, maybe dig the front ones, then I only have a few on the back side here and getting pretty close. So once I cement everything in, I need to bring some water up too, which my well is filling right now, or my well tank. Once I get everything done with that, cement them in. There's the cat. Cement the poles in and let them cure really good. So I'm gonna put a lot of pressure on them and then start hanging fence. Hold on, I'm getting bit. Okay, that's better. I'm getting bit so much I can't even focus. Like that's few and far when that happens. But yeah, anyways, get these sides done. I got a few holes over here. Then I have to do this whole front line. There's gonna be a secondary fence on the other side for the goats and all that stuff because their parkour skills get pretty wild. So yeah, we're getting there. It is just, it's rough. Since the augers broke, just hand digging this stuff. Whew. Yeah, it is draining, but we're gonna get there. One hole at a time. I'll be back.